Alright, dope. We will get underway then. Here we go then, and 5 lights out. Just take it as we go. It looks like Beast is leading off the line right now. I think it's a Peugeot. Yeah, Peugeot is fighting amongst them right now. I think that's it. Honestly, on God, but these guys, they're here, they're dedicated. They want the prize. They're going for it. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly. So less competition, but then again, even with less competition, there we still do get more of a fierce competition, and it does look like someone is actually being lapped right now. We're about to see. Is that a McLaren at the front? Oh, the McLaren is about to. He's going to be lapped. Nah, honestly, I think it's fun to see though. We get to you really do get to see like which drivers really stand out from the crowd, and which ones are like the real kind of like cash of the crop, as you might say. At the moment, it does look like it's a three-way fight for the lead. We've got Beast leading, Thax and Yushi right behind him, and it does look like the leaders have actually built up a gap of about 0. Yeah, no, the leaders are slowly building. And okay, so at the moment we've got Beast in the lead, Yushi and Thax right behind him. I know we've got Hunton, Damon, Mastaro, A Coubles, Katie Sliga, the Scrondalizer, and it does look like we've got our first retirement of the race as well. He's already retired. I mean, at least you participated. Well done for participating. But anyways, back up at the front, it does look like Beast is starting to slowly edge out that gap by the gap's now 0.06 seconds now. We're really getting to it, and it's only lap 5, so expect more to come. Right, and it does look like wow. It's already 21. P9 is currently 22 seconds back from Beast. And we're really seeing it. Oh, someone's flipped. Someone's flipped. Oh, just pushing him out of the. Oh, that has pushed him from P3 to P7 now. Wow, what could have been there? What could have been there? At the moment, we're seeing Fax looks like he may have gotten a 3-second time penalty, but he's going right back at it. He's catching up. He's catching up to Damon, and who knows? Might be. How many laps? Maybe even half a lap. We'll see. But we'll be watching that, and it does look like Thax has taken P3 away from Damon. Um, yeah, exactly. I mean, nobody's complaining about free Robux there, so we're seeing a lot of people going for it. It does look like A Couples has fallen slightly. He's making his recovery drive there, and currently P6. So we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll keep on going. Um, yeah. So I mean, what do you think the pit strategies are going to be for Indianapolis? Because Indianapolis is quite notoriously known for being quite harsh on tires. No, that's fair. That's fair enough. I mean, I think what we're probably going to see. We're seeing so Beast has opted for mediums. We'll see. Yushi's opted for softs as well as Thax. So I mean, Beast will have the advantage of more longer lasting tires, but Thax and Yushi, I'm not sure what their strategy is, but we'll see as the pit window will start to open for the soft runners. So because yeah, yes, we'll be looking. We'll be seeing, and we might also see some undercutting going on with Yushi and Thax. Further back, they'll maybe try and catch Beast out because I mean, in Indianapolis, you lose close to 20 seconds of time in a pit stop, and um, yeah, so we'll see how that strategy plays out for the top five. I'd say. I mean, it's not impossible for any of the bottom five to catch up, but well, bottom four actually. But anything's possible at this point. At this point, it's still early. But although we are approaching half race distance now, so and it still looks like Beast is going well off at the front, and it looks like Yushi is pitted. He's pitted for softs again. Okay. It is an interesting move. I think the Japanese racer thinks that he can make two sets of softs go to the end, but let's take a look and see what's going on. Thax, meanwhile, is still he's extending. He's letting those softs really just run out on him before he has to pit. Back out in front, still got Beast going off on his mediums. I mean, but then he's got the advantage. He's got the longer tires, so he kind of gets to dictate when he wants to pit. Basically, he's got such a big lead up on there. But then he'll obviously have to be wary of where Thax pits. So Yushi's already pitted, but Thax still hasn't pit, and that will be interesting. We'll want to see. Oh, he is. He is. What's he pitted for? Okay, he's opted for mediums. Okay. Yeah, two positions to that, and yeah, maybe it was a smart. I mean, we'll have to see how that plays out. I think it might have been worth the gamble. In terms of what's still going on, so who hasn't pitted yet? Damon hasn't pitted yet. Neither has Hornton, and it looks like of the front runners we have, everyone else has pitted. There are still some people continuing um on the softs actually. That's quite interesting. They think they can hold out with the softs there. Anyways, back at the front, Beast is still going. He's still going with yeah, and I think he's trying to really build the gap on Yushi. So I mean, when we look at the leaderboard, Yushi is 14.2 seconds behind Beast now. Beast will want to be getting that gap as large as possible before his tires really do give up on him and he has to go pit. So we are now on lap 12 out of 20. We're slowly getting there. But Indianapolis is a very short circuit, though. So race distance here really is quite short. But it'll be a few good laps of racing action. We're looking around. I mean, actually, if we take a look, everyone is setting around, the 50 seconds in terms of race pace. And at the moment, the fastest lap does go to Damon's with a 50 points, with currently a fastest lap of 49.258. But it's not all just about the fastest lap, though. It is also about consistency, and it does look like Beast is pitting now. Beast has found, and he's bolted on the side. Yeah. So is Damon has just pitted for new mediums actually, and wow, yeah. So that has really paid off for Beast. Beast has emerged 2.7 seconds clear of Yushi actually. So that's been a very, yeah. Although the gap is coming close now. Yushi is now almost within DRS range of Beast, although Indianapolis for some reason doesn't have a DRS a straight, which is it's quite strange. But Beast will be he'll have to be careful now, won't he? Because he's 1.4 seconds. That if he gets a time penalty of if he gets a 3 second time penalty, that could potentially make him lose his gap there. Yeah. So in terms, drivers won't be able to rely on that anymore. They're gonna have to be really, they're gonna have to be really relying on their just racecraft and their actual, just how they go about racing. And at the moment, it still does look like Beast has managed to hold on to that gap. Currently, the gap stands at 2.4. Um, yeah, yeah. Oh, it looks like Haunt. Yeah, Haunton has DNF'd actually. That is, yeah, he's gone from the race. That means that we've got out of the 12 that were in quali, we now have only 8 racers left, and all of them will be gunning for the prize there. Oh, I think. Oh, that is going to be quite bad. Oh, he's hit it again. I think his tires are gone. I don't think his tires are. He's sliding about right now. He's really trying to hustle that car back into the garage. It looks like, yeah. Oh, and it does look like A Couples is he's done with the race. He's doing donuts. He's just we'll see, providing us with a bit of entertainment in this race. I think his tires are really just they've melted. They're gone now. But um, yeah. Oh, that is another retirement there. And yeah, that is so. And then there were 7 now. Okay, lap 17 out of 20. What are we looking at the moment? And it does look like Beast is once again still in the lead. He kept that lead magnificently. The gap is now almost 5 seconds, and that Yushi's attempts at an undercut really didn't work there. And he's played it. He's pulled the trigger, and it's just worked absolutely beautifully for him. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, in Indianapolis is not it's not the driver's favorite tracks a lot of the time. We've seen so many drivers talking about, "Hey, this is such an outdated circuit. It's just not suitable for like the new generation of cars at the moment." But at the same time, it does require it. To be fair, the track does. It's a very tight and winding circuit. The track does require quite a lot of concentration to really perfect a lap here. Yeah, it's quite how do we say that? I mean, has Indianapolis been traditionally like known for overtakes, or not really? Yeah, yeah, that is true. But for this, yeah, it's a strange circuit, but we're still going, and we are actually on the penultimate lap, and Beast is still going at the moment. He's really just going for it, and Damon's. We'll say Damon's, but he's really holding on to the gap now. He's I think everyone expected that Thax would be up there. Thax would be chasing on to that pack, but no, it actually does look like Damon's is holding that gap. Um, well, if he was a fan, I'd be very impressed by that. The fact that he is really holding his own against league races is quite impressive. But I will we'll consult it later. We'll take a look at it. And but yeah, I mean, Beast and Yuji are both. I mean, Beast. I mean, we all know Beast. He's been like one of the long time. He's been one of the long time racers in Project Apex. He's just been there. I think everyone does know him, and it is. Oh, congratulations to Beast. That was pretty good race. Albeit slightly fast, but um, we'll still take it. And you so close. Oh, so close. Just missing out just by one position there, and then let's see what everyone else is doing. And it does look like Mastaro. He's rounding. He's just into sector 3 now. He's just getting there, and almost there. Come on, Mastaro. You're almost there. Rounding it and takes the checkered flag. Oh, was it Dax or was it Damon? Oh, there's some allegation. Yeah, it does. Okay, so let's go. So I mean, our provisional results. Provisional results. So oh, I've spelled provisional wrong, but yeah, there are allegations that. Oh no, it does look like. Yeah, it does look like it was all legal, and there are your top three. So we've got Damon's P3, Yushi P2, and Beastiver P1. So for the top three, if you just send me your links, so create a game pass and then just send me the links to the game pass. I'll pass them on to Voet, and you will receive your Robux very shortly. But yeah, again, thank you all for joining us for this short fun race, and hope that provided a bit of entertainment in the off season. And we shall see you when season, I think it's 4 now. Yeah, when season 4 begins.